Dan Leach back here in Chicago at the Benzinga Cannabis Capital Conference. Very excited to be joined by Christine Hersey, VP of Investor Relations for Trulieve. Great to see you. Great to see the beautiful jacket. How you feeling so far with the vibe at CCC here in Chicago?
It's great. It's great to be here. Everyone's having a good time so far. A lot of people checking out the exhibit hall here. A lot of people attending the conference sessions. So far it's been great.
Yeah, it's the first one I've been a part of, and I'm just blown away by the energy. I'm a big energy guy, and I think that along with obviously great people like you and all these different facets of the industry are just so important to merge and have this synergy here. And I wanted to give you a chance to talk about Trulieve and what you guys are all about.
Sure. We are homegrown in Florida. We are the largest cannabis retailer in the U.S. We have 152 locations in Florida alone and 216 stores company-wide. We're vertically integrated with production facilities in Arizona, Colorado, Maryland, Georgia, West Virginia, Florida, obviously. We're one of the largest operators, and it's great to be here.
Well, I'll tell you, this is such a great emerging industry, and I've talked with people that have been in it for 3 months, people that have been in it for 15, 20 years. From your perspective, when you look at where we're at now and where we could be going, what does that look like to you?
Yeah, I mean, definitely cannabis has come a long way and continues to make progress every year. It's becoming more mainstream. It's become a bigger part of the conversation at the national level and at the state and local level. So it's great to see that happening. I think, a lot of us have been waiting for reform and pushing for reform, and it does seem to come slowly, but it is coming. And so, we're continuing to pull back those layers of prohibition, and we're hoping that the industry will continue to open up.
Well, on that beautiful jacket that I mentioned is a Yes on 3 button that you've got. Let's talk about Yes on 3 and why that's important.
So Yes on 3 is an amendment on the ballot in 27 days in Florida. It's Amendment 3. It is a vote to legalize cannabis for adults over 21 in Florida. So Trulieve has been a leading supporter of Amendment 3, and we've been out front pushing for this change for over 2 years now. And the voters will decide in just under a month.
Well, I'm not going to make you make a prediction, but I got a two-pronged question here for you, Christine. First, I want to start with Florida and how you feel about that. But when you look at this federally, and I know it seems like we're inching our way towards legalization, do you feel like that can happen in the near future? Because I know there's obviously all these different pitfalls and steps, and obviously voters have to decide, and you got to get out there and bang on the congressman or senator's door. But when it comes to Florida and then obviously beyond that, the country, are we getting close to that?
It definitely feels that way. We feel pretty confident about the vote in Florida. It does require 60% of the voters to approve Amendment 3 in order to pass, but our polling has been very consistent, showing that it should pass on November 5th. At the federal level, today there are 24 states with adult use and 38 with medical programs. We've definitely passed the tipping point for this industry, and I think it's one of those issues where when it touches people's lives personally, that's when they really start to understand what cannabis is all about. So it's definitely come a long way, and we're hopeful and cautiously optimistic that continued popular support for cannabis and the way that it affects people directly is going to be enough to push for federal reform. I don't know when, but I do still believe that it's coming.
That was beautifully said, and I think that you touched on such an important point, that when it affects people's lives in a personal way in your life. I have a friend, I won't name them, but major problems with alcohol, could have died. Cannabis saved their life. And I think there are so many stories like that the more Yes on 3s we see, the more word we get out there with people like you, I think we're going to get closer to a place where we probably should have been a long time ago.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. I mean, for so many people, cannabis is a life hack. It's a way that they get through, whether they're coming off of addiction or they're just trying to deal with anxiety or problem sleeping or even just relax and enjoy life. It's a lot of things to a lot of people, and the general public is definitely ahead of the government in this case, but someday they'll catch up.
Well, good luck on Yes on 3. Christine Hersey, the VP for Investor Relations for Trulieve. A pleasure and honor to talk to you.
Thank you so much for having us.
You got it.